Hey guys, I just went over to my property this last weekend where I keep my 55 Chevy pickup, and first thing I noticed when I got there was I forgot my tripod at home, and I always like to shoot a video or two when I'm over there, so I had to go over to the neighbors and take a spotting scope off and zip tie my camera. It was not the first time that's happened before. So anyhow, let me show you what I found laying on the road one day, and I'll take you from there. Okay, so I was driving around one day and I found this tripod here. It's a Bogen, and I believe that it is a pretty good quality tripod, and I can always use a spare over there. The problem with it was it didn't have the base to mount anything on here, so I just kind of thought that eventually I would get around to building something. So first I made this little guy right here for it, and it was to set down in there, but I got this wrong and I could pull it right out. So I decided to make another one here, and this one fit good right in here. I could open this up and then that would lock right in place like so. And then it locks in real nice. Let me see, let me get it in where I can see what I'm doing. Okay, there we go. Locks in real good. And then I ran a little nut underneath of it here so I could lock it in place each time so it was straight ahead. I set my camera in here and then put a little clip on there, and this works fine. And plus I have the other camera mount that's on the tripod that the camera's sitting on right now. I have that as well. So I got this to work really good, and then like I say, you just lock it in place right there, and it's just solid as can be. And I also have this little guy here too that I would normally take the mount that's on the camera that we're using right now, put it on this. But the problem with this is, it's really nice for getting down under the car, but this thing, I'm always knocking it over, and I just wasn't liking this thing. So I started thinking, let's move this guy out of the way temporarily. I'm going to set back up in a second. Why not make a tripod that was a little bit bigger and a little stronger? And I wished I would have started making this up from the beginning to show you guys. But anyways, I just ended up with a bunch of this round bar here. It was laying around at a customer's house, and they gave it to me. So I just threaded the ends of these to a 1/4 inch, and then it didn't matter how long these were because I did them on 3 separate bars, and then just put them all together and cut them evenly. And then I just took a large nut and welded it to it, and then put a slice in there. And so what I ended up doing was making another little tab here, and I ended up using this first bracket that was too small for the other one. And so I thought what I'd just do is put these two together like this, and just put a nut in them like so. You get the idea. And then I could lock them. I could lock it down so at least I was able to pivot this thing, the camera like this. And when I do my ring and pinion swap out on the 53, I figured this would probably come in handy, and that's why I'm gonna make some small extensions that I can put on here to get me up a little. It'll be a little lower than what the bigger tripods will go down all the way to, so this will be a happy medium. And because I'll probably be doing some filming under my truck, and I want to be able to be set up for that, so I'm making this. But I didn't like this setup right here, so that's when I decided to go ahead and start rolling the camera. It's not too late to show a little bit. So I got these flanged 5/16 nuts here. So I plan on taking this down and making this hole 3/8 so we can you know, weld this flange nut to this side and have a plenty good size hole there for this 5/16 bolt here with this little rod. So, and I'll weld this nut onto here as well. So when the two come together, it'll just bottom out on this nut before it hits up here. So anyways, that's what I plan on doing now. So I decided to go ahead and take you guys along for the rest of the build on the small tripod here. So, all right, we'll get back in just a sec here. Okay, so I originally had these set up for a 1/4 inch nut and bolt here, so I'm going to bump this one here up to 3/8 so it'll take that flange bolt and have plenty of room for a 5/16 to go through, and then I'll increase this one up to the 5/16 for the bolt. So we'll get started on that right now. Okay, got those guys done. We'll take her up and weld that flange nut on. Okay, I went ahead and gave myself plenty of room inside of, there you go. Got it centered pretty good, so I'll just go ahead and give that a little tack on there. Okay, so I'm just gonna make this so it, let's see, there you go, right about there. I'm just gonna make that so it tightens up. I'm gonna weld that to there so I just have a little bit of thread showing there. Okay, so we got these. I had another littler guy here too, just laying around that it doesn't weigh nearly as much, so I just thought that I would, let me try to get you over here so we got a little better backdrop there. So, but I'll go ahead and use the bigger one. So then we'll just set this guy in place and go on through. And that should be a good lockdown there. There we go, and that's nice and solid now. Now we'll go ahead and, oh, by the way, too, the regular camera base that I have, also, it's all 1/4 inch stuff, so it all fits. And this will go on here. And I made a little wrench. Just decided to cut this out of a little piece of steel. It just, I had it hanging on that other tripod, so if you feel like you need to, you can lock that in place there. So there you go. And I would show you how the camera fits on it, except for I'm using the camera right now. So that basically goes. Now I'm going to take you off of this tripod and put this other one on there as well, just to show you how either one will work fine. So okay, so this is the one that I usually use here. It's got this adjustable base that goes up and down. But now, you know, we'll be able to let that go, put the camera at any angle we want. Okay guys, so got the tripod all finished up here. Put a little bit of cross bracing underneath here.